pick up a little surprise for somebody. Took her riding for the first time so she could ride her own machine the other day, and I think she's hooked. So we're gonna go pick up a 2004 250ex, something that's not gonna be too much for her, but something great to learn on. So a new machine's getting added to the channel, along with a lot prettier face. So I will pick you guys back up once we've got the machine in tow, back en route, and then we'll just have to wait for her to get home so we can surprise her with it. The package has been acquired. Here we go. Give you a better shot of her. She's pretty clean for a 2004. I think it'll be just what my wife needs. Start learning and make sure she's ready for it, and once she is, we'll go get her something brand new. I'll pick you guys back up when she's home and we're ready to surprise her with it.
What is this? Oh my goodness. I like it.
There we go. Got it in her new home. I think it went over well. Gonna be hanging out with the YFZ in the garage. Man, that is a good looking 2004. Can't wait to get her out on it first time. It's gonna be awesome. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit better look at this 2004 Honda TRX 250ex. Picked it up for my wife, as you saw earlier in the video. I'm gonna try and get her into some riding with me. Thing overall is pretty nice. There's a little stitching there. Other than that, plastics are all good. Aftermarket grab bar. I don't know if that's Alba. I know they make one similar to that style. One thing we've talked about is swapping out the shocks, getting rid of the pogos, widening it out a little bit, making it a little more stable. If you follow on social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you'll know that there's a set of Nerf bars for this machine. Aftermarket rear grab bar, super sturdy, like that a lot. It is going to need some tires probably in the next year. Got some different grips. I actually like these. They're pretty squishy. Feel nice and comfortable. Pro tapers. Nice set of bars on there. Rides really great. Once we get the Nerf bars on here, we'll get out and get a first ride on it. Maybe slap a camera on her and see what she thinks. Looky here. Time for an install video. You guys can all laugh at me while I bang my hands, lay on a dirty floor, and install a set of Nerf bars. Gonna be putting them on this 250ex. It's my wife's machine. They are XFR Nerf bars. Super, super high quality. I'm impressed with them. They feel like they're gonna be really durable, and I don't think she's gonna be riding it hard enough to really do a whole lot of damage to any Nerf bars, but those feel nice. Get rid of these stock pegs. Things are awful. All wore down. This is a 2004, so should be expected. This side's not as bad, but I'm gonna get everything set up, get all the tools I need out, ready to go, and then I'll pick you guys back up whenever we start the process. All right, got a little ahead of myself. Got one out already. Only one nut and bolt, guys, don't be offended, okay? Still got one more to go on this side. I'll show you how I'm getting it done. Grab two 12mm sockets. You're going to get it one on this side. Let that rest. This is also 12mm. You're just going to place that on top of there, and then you're going to use the counteracting force from each ratchet to loosen them up. They should be snug. It's an older machine. There may be one or two that's a little loose, but you can see here, if you try to do it without that, it just free spins. So you've got to have, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this in there. I might have to take this off. But you've got to have something over here to be able to break that loose. All right, I'm gonna work on getting these the rest of the way off. Once I'm ready to put the new Nerf bars on, I'll pick you guys back up. Okay, so to break these loose on the back here, back part of your pegs, I just got a 12mm wrench. Use the existing bolt right here, laid it up against it, and then spun it free on this side. And you can see now it's super, super loose. So I'm gonna get that the rest of the way off. I'll pick you guys back up here in a second. All right, as you can see here, they come with instructions. We don't need those. We're gonna get to work. Comes with a bolt and nut set. Got your washers in there, everything you'll need. I've got to check and make sure. I'm pretty sure these are still 12mm, so everything should still be the same. Do that now. Nope, actually I think we're going, yep, going up a little bit. So it might be a 14mm. I'll let you know once I pick you back up and start working on the right side. Always want to put the right side on first. It's going to be your biggest headache just because of the foot brake. The shifter on most machines doesn't really get in the way, but the foot brake can sometimes. So I'll pick you guys back up here in just a second. I wasn't reading instructions, you were reading instructions. All right, I've got the right side on. It's not mounted yet. Just wanted to take a brief second to say it is a snug fit. So it is going to take some nice manipulation to get it on there. I recommend getting a soft rag, microfiber, large sponge, something that can absorb a hard hit. And then if you have either a rubber mallet or something, a wooden block, anything that can apply enough pressure, and just kind of tap it, smack it down where it needs to go, line it up with the two holes, and then you'll be able to slide the nuts and bolts and stuff through. I also recommend come up to the top here, get everything out of your package, organize it for the pieces you're gonna need, and be ready to go. Don't try and dig through the bag as you're trying to do this down here, because you're just gonna get frustrated. You're not gonna be able to find what you want. You'll get sweaty and gross and start dropping things, and I know that's when I start to get frustrated. So just go ahead and get yourself organized up top and be ready to work down below. Pick you guys back up here in a second. Okay, after a little manipulation, you can see I've got those in there. However, don't have the nuts on the other side. I waited because obviously this is a machine that's going to go off-road, so it's going to get beat up and handle some vibrations. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that these don't come off unless we want them to. So make sure you got a little bit of Loctite you can put down on the threads. What you're going to do is you're just going to take a little bit of it, squeeze it out right on the ends of your threads there, down a little ways. That way when you put this on, it's gonna adhere to that and not gonna wanna vibrate off as easy, thus leading to you going down the trail and completely losing your foot peg and Nerf bar running over your own leg, potentially causing decent injury, if not severe. So we're gonna avoid that and do things the right way, and then I'll pick you guys back up once those are on and I'm working on the other side. Okay. So I have both sides on. The only thing I need to do now is get the U-bolts on and finish wrapping up the little miscellaneous stuff, get the netting squared away. But this is pretty much how they're going to sit. They look super good. Fitment's great. It's a little snug on that tire, but I plan on putting a little bit lower profile tire on here for her anyway. Just give her a little bit lower center of gravity. But other than that, I think it looks pretty good. Yep. Definitely a huge upgrade there. Sweet. I definitely recommend the XFRs. The right side was a little difficult to get on, but once I cleared out the hole, there was a little bit of old dirt and stuff in there. Got that cleaned out, went straight through. The pegs, very sharp. I whacked my hand, here, get a little closer. Whacked my hand off of them just once, and I mean, they sliced into me pretty good. So definitely gonna wanna wear a nice pair of riding boots with these babies. All right, once I get them completely squared away and I can kind of romp around on them a little bit and make sure they're nice and stiff, I'll pick you guys back up. Look at that, completely done. They give you a little grief, a little snug, but you know, you're not gonna want them to be loose, that's for sure. I will say that the U-bolts that they give you to attach to the frame here, I went ahead and went to the hardware store and kind of upgraded them a little bit to some stainless with this bracket, a little bit longer, just because they didn't seem to be quite long enough. Yeah, just this little nubbin that was sticking out, and it made me nervous. If it's gonna back out, at least having this little bit extra here, if it does start to back out, you've got some time to catch it. Other than that, I mean, phenomenal kit, looks great, feels great. Wife already came out here, sat on it. She likes them, so approval there. But they are really, really nice. I don't know if when the YFZ needs another set of Nerfs, if I'll go with these or the Factory 43. And the only reason I would go Factory 43 over these is that extended peg that goes all the way out, kind of similar to the Wraith, but not the price point of the Wraith. Nothing against those, they're super nice. I'm just not out here racing, needing the top of the line everything. As long as it works, and that's all I need. So that's it, super simple process. Just make sure you stay organized. You know, parts that you think like this U-bolt that may need upgraded, just do it now instead of doing it later. And oh yeah, obviously, Loctite is your friend. You don't want this stuff coming loose, losing bolts, losing parts, especially way out on the trail, and then you're just kind of stuck with no foot peg. That would not be a fun time getting back. So make sure you do those things. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, put them down in the comments. I answer almost every comment. So even if I don't answer, I at least read it. So just let me know what you think. I personally love them. All right, hopefully next video involving this thing is me and the wife go out to some friend's property and do a little bit of riding, get her acclimated to this thing. This is her first machine ever, so we'll do that, see if we can talk her into putting a camera on and kind of see the thoughts of a fresh, brand new rider. All right, I'll see you guys on the next ride. Peace.